Happy Wednesday, everyone. I am going live with my weekly update. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Just get started in about 1 minute, giving people an opportunity to log in and get in our Facebook together here. And if you all have any questions, feel free to drop those at the bottom and we'll pull those to address. Hi, thank you for joining us. Hello, Latino Chamber of Commerce and all the great folks that have tuned in. Happy Wednesday. Okay. All right. Thank you, our visitor, our loved one from Echo Park. Thanks for joining us today. I saw a question about street sweeper. Yes, we will address that today as well. And so I'll hop right into it, everyone. As of today, well, first of all, I hope everyone is blessed. I hope everyone's family is safe. I hope we are all still safer at home and following safety guidelines to the fullest extent possible. And I'm going to, as usual, give you all the latest updates on COVID-19 in Compton. And we'll also go into some basic city updates for projects, park and recreation. We'll also talk about the latest in our capital improvement program. We have construction started yesterday on a big capital improvement program. Really happy to share that with you all. And then we also have some schedules for you all on that. And then I will also take some additional questions from you all as well. And then I'll give you a quick recap of last night's council meeting for those of you that were not able to tune in. So as of, regarding COVID-19, as of Monday, there were 75,084 confirmed cases of coronavirus in Los Angeles County. There have been 2,959 deaths. In Compton, we've had 980 confirmed coronavirus cases and 22 fatalities. And so I want to put a pin there. I've received a few messages from people believing that coronavirus is a hoax and that it's not serious. And I just want to assure you that it truly is, and that we have known people personally that have lost their life. Their family members have lost their life to coronavirus. So this is very serious. And as we are entering in the phase 3 stage of reopening, we still need to be careful. We still need to practice social distancing to the fullest extent. I've asked our city attorney as well to produce more clarification for the local businesses in the city of Compton, who is involved or whom is included in the phase 3 reopenings. So we will make sure that that gets out to the community this week for your consumption and for distribution. As we continue to move forward in phase 3, we see the reopening of fitness centers, entertainment centers, and sporting events without the live audience. And so 24-hour fitness is scheduled to reopen soon, entertainment complexes. And sporting events, although they will resume, live sporting events will not be available until April of 2021. And so that is a state mandate. Also, our parks and recreation centers are closed until at least spring 2021. Again, this is in line with the state's mandate for reopening, as well as the county of Los Angeles. We are continuing to follow those guidelines. People have asked, well, what is going to be the status of parks and recreation? We currently do not have parks and recreation in this particular upcoming fiscal year budget, but we are actually implementing a call for partners. So if you are a local nonprofit organization, this is a great opportunity to partner with the city and to have a further connection with your organization in the city of Compton. We're really focusing on youth programs as we are gearing up for the summer. We know that summer is upon us, but there's still an opportunity for our kids to connect and do some virtual programming. There's a virtual performing arts program that we look forward to launching as well as many others. So our kids will still have some opportunities to connect and to be enriched over the summer. Also, the Dodger Foundation is currently accepting signups for their virtual session. So many of you have been following the updates and improvements, and we were pleased to partner with the Dodgers Foundation to install 3 dream fields at Gonzalez Park, and also to renovate Jackie Robinson Stadium, and to include classroom spaces. And so in these classroom spaces, they will be programmed for enrichment, leadership development, and other programming, but the Dodgers are actually going to be launching the programmatic aspect virtually. So please sign your children up, because this is a great opportunity to still do the development aspect of the Dodgers program for the City of Compton at no cost to you all. So please sign up, and we've shared the link yesterday, and you can find that on all of our social media profiles. Also, regarding street sweeping, many of you have started to begin to receive infractions or violations. And so, as promised, we would give you all appropriate notice. And so, street sweeping, the actual resuming of violations that are going to be real violations, will actually start on the 22nd. So that's next week, next Monday. So if you received a ticket before the 22nd, so the 21st, and before that, your tickets will receive automatic amnesty. I'll say that again. If you received a ticket, a street sweeping violation, parking violation, the city has already programmed automatic amnesty for those people that have received violations. The point to resuming and getting people these tickets were to let people know we're starting, and to start moving your cars once again as we are coming out of quarantine and people are returning back to work. We also acknowledge that there were reports from many residents of complaints of people not moving their vehicles, which ultimately impacted street sweeping. So the streets were not able to be cleaned as well, and so we do need to resume those particular infractions. But again, if you received a ticket before the 22nd of June, it will be wiped clean. And if you can just give us maybe 2 weeks, and you can feel free to log into the system and just make sure that there's no infraction on file. And if you have any challenges, as always, you can always email our office, and we'll be happy to assist you. And that's contactmayor@comptoncity.org. Also, at last night's council meeting, the council voted to approve a community-based law enforcement review board. This is one of the reform measures that we promised we bring forward and enact to be able to change the way that people are able to report issues with law enforcement. Currently, the current LA County Sheriff's system is that if people have an issue, they have to report directly to the Sheriff's Department about the Sheriff's Department. Well, this particular review board will change the complaint process. We're asking that all Compton residents actually report to this particular board. This board, with our city attorney, will actually package the complaints and forward them directly to the county, but also copy the Office of Inspector General, which is the county OIG, which the people of LA County approved subpoena power. So if there is a need for an additional oversight or investigation, we will be linked with the county's board that has subpoena power. And we are now working on, since we've approved the board, the next step is that we'll be working on quarterly joint meetings so that there's a regular time period that we'll check in with them, and then also get updates on any ongoing or pending investigations. For those of you that may be interested in serving, I'm taking this process very seriously. I want the best, most qualified people on this board, and qualification doesn't mean that you have 1,000,000 degrees. It just means that you have experience, some context, some connection with the community, and that you can really provide a addition to this particular body. We want it to be as diverse as possible, so we'll have young people, elderly people, and everything in between. So if you're interested and you believe that you can bring something positive to this body, feel free to email my office at contactmayor@comptoncity.org. And then also just include a short bio, a few sentences about why you want to serve and what your qualifications are. And again, it's not about your degrees or anything else. It's just about your capacity to make an impact, a positive impact to our community. So please feel free to apply. I literally will be sitting down with my team and going through what we believe are the most qualified candidates, and I'll be making my appointments based on merit. So feel free to apply, and thank you for your service in advance. Also, last night, we approved a financing package. This is the first step. As I shared with you all, the council had given direction finally for city management to pursue the capitalization of our streets. And so we approved the first phase last night, which is to assemble our financing team, and we're on schedule to be able to draw down $45 million to address the remainder of our street system. And so we're working on the cumulative number of streets that have been paved in the last several years under this particular program, as well as the streets that are in the pipeline. I share with you that this fiscal year alone, we approved $15 million of street repairs. A large portion have started just a couple of days ago, and I'm going to go into more detail on that right now. So on April 14, 2020, and for those of you that like to research, you can research Resolution 25,242. The City Council authorized the city manager to enter into a construction contract with All American Asphalt for the annual residential street rehabilitation program. And so this particular program is considered, it's called 1801 CIP. For those of you that have been following, we've had CIP 1301, so this is 1801. And this program is for phase one in the amount of $5.3 million. And also there will be construction management. This is the first time that we've had a mandate set aside for construction management to ensure that the projects are moving forward as planned, and that we also have quality assurance, quality control with every step of the process. And so we have a consultant as well that will be managing the construction independent of the actual contractor. And so these streets that are being addressed in this phase are Murr Street, between Santa Fe Avenue to East City limits. So this will actually complete the entire portion of Murr. We've done Murr in phases. We did the last phase of Murr was completed within the last couple of years. We did a grind and overlay, and then this will be a full reconstruction, so down to the dirt. And just to clarify, you all, so the streets that I'm going to be explaining now are complete grind and overlay, they're complete reconstruction streets. So that means this is not a pothole repair, this is not even a grind and overlay, which will last for 15 years. This is a full reconstruction, which has a 20 to 25 year shelf life. This includes new curbs, gutters, grading, new drainage. It also includes new sidewalks, new ADA improvements. And so these are extensive repairs that are quite costly, but we're happy to be at this stage to do it. So that includes Murr, Tejada, for those of you that live in or around Tejada, and this is between Rosecrans Avenue and Compton Boulevard, so a very large portion of Tejada. And this will actually complete the last portion of Tejada that needs improvement. The other part of Tejada was addressed in another CIP a few years earlier, so Tejada will finally be complete. Also, Bradfield Avenue, Pixley Street to Compton Boulevard will be addressed, full reconstruction. Elva Avenue will be addressed from Parmalee Avenue to 138th. Grandee Avenue from El Segundo Boulevard to 138th Street, which is the largest part. All of Grandee that needs to be addressed will be addressed as well. Caldwell Street from Oleander Street to West City limits. And then also Alondra Boulevard from Lime Street to East City limits. And so this is under CIP. There's the last portion of Alondra that also must be addressed is actually a part of another project that we also recently approved with the county. And so there are some streets in Compton that we share half of the street with the county or maybe half of the street with Linwood. And so the City of Compton approved about $1.5 million to also address the streets that we share with the county. So Atlantic is one of those streets. Alondra is one of those streets. We'll also share that with you all as well. I've shared it in weeks past, but we are anticipating that particular program will also start within the next month or so. So we're waiting on the county to give us their construction schedule, and I will share that as soon as we receive it. Also, this particular project schedule started on June 15th, as I said, which was a couple of days ago, and it's scheduled to be completed December of 2020. So this is very extensive work. These are several linear miles of streets, 21 linear miles to be exact. And so this is an extensive project, and we'll have construction ongoing from now. Really with the next several years is what we have programmed. So with this particular CIP, with the grind and overlay program, which I'll also share those streets shortly, this will also take us into the next fiscal year, which we also have additional funds programmed, and then we'll also pull down the $45 million in September, which will take care of the rest of Compton's streets that are in ill repair. So the next 2 to 3 years will be full reconstruction in Compton on streets. And we'll be able to put the street challenge behind us and focus on some fun things I look forward to sharing with you all. Also, if we could pull, Candace, the grind and overlay schedule as well. I want to just share those particular streets, and I'll just come back to it. Also, for those of you that live in or around Myrrh, you should have received some parking notices. There will be no parking signs posted. There's also advisories that have been set and signs, and there'll also be some additional signage installed in the areas that construction will be beginning soon. And just so you all know that live around that area, the assessment is being done now. They'll actually start saw cutting on Thursday, and then they'll also start the full demolition work on June 22nd. Thank you so much. And then in terms of the grind and overlay program, those particular streets, and this grind and overlay project was a little over $3 million. I believe it was $3.4 million. I'll confirm the exact number. But this includes Gunlock Avenue, 134th Street, Orchard Street, Muriel Ave, Gunlock Avenue, 134th, as well as Chester, which is not on this particular, but we added Chester on there as well. So there are additional streets that will be included in this particular project. This is just the first wave, because once they start this first wave of streets, we'll be able to adjust how many materials we have, and then we'll be able to understand how many more streets we can do under this program. So we're pacing ourselves, and we've distributed the money evenly throughout the city. So all districts are being addressed, all neighborhoods will be addressed, and we're trying to work the project schedules where everyone feels the improvements at the same time. So there will be a lot of work going on throughout the city of Compton. Also, thank you very much, Madam. Also, this is the first time that I've been, I went live just briefly yesterday to preempt you all about what was on the council agenda. I will do that from time to time. If there's something consequential that I think we should flag, I will make sure that you're aware of when the council is going to be taking action. I think it's important that we all recognize that although I'm the mayor of the city, I sit on a board with 4 other people that have the same voting power that I do. And so I want to use this as a learning moment. The fact that we're really happy about all this street reconstruction starting, and we've fought the good fight, and we're on process to draw down the money. The reality is, everyone, this could have happened several years ago, and we brought this forward several years ago. And so I just want to encourage all of you that are now active in the community to keep being active, keep showing up, keep asking questions, because you all truly make a huge difference in the way your city is governed. When I tell you that it makes my job easier to know that people are watching, and that I know my colleagues understand that you all are engaged, you're educated, you're watching, you have expectations, it makes decision making much easier, and it's out in the open. Before, people were making decisions in a silo, and at the end of the day, we all suffered. So hopefully the point of today, we can learn that your input matters, you're watching what happens in your community matters, you're taking the time to learn and to reach out and to sign petitions and to contact your council offices. All of that truly matters, and I just want to thank you all, because you have made a tremendous difference in the last year of my service. It's just been night and day, so I want to thank you guys. Also, if you have specific questions, I'm happy to pull a few, and then we will address those. Oh, thank you.
Because we haven't done a recap since then.
Oh yes, thank you. I want to, while I do the recap for the March, if we can get all the information for the upcoming events too, and we'll share. I'll keep this. So we had a Peace and Unity March 2 Sundays ago, and it was just one of the most beautiful things I've ever experienced, ever in life, and especially in the city of Compton. I'm just really grateful to the thousands of people that came out and stood for peace. We had no issues. It was just truly all beautiful, all love. We left empowered, we left charged, and ready to make a difference. One of the outcomes of the march, as I shared, was that when it's time to mobilize, we will message you to let you know what is going to be happening and when you can have an opportunity to make some impact. So we're going to keep that commitment and make sure that you are in the loop. When it's time to mobilize, you will be made aware. And then also, just a big thank you to all the organizations that came out and helped spread the word. It was truly a village and a team to make that happen. And we are just ever more encouraged and fired up to do the work of moving our city forward. Want to give you all heads up, we're having an event in partnership with Trap Heals called By COVID, By COVID. So it's an event this Friday at 11 a.m. At the Compton College parking lot, and it's a free COVID-19 test. So you can actually pull up, and we're asking that people please register so that we can have the appropriate medical personnel. But we're actually giving away care packages of organic, just self-care tools, essential oils. You can plant some seeds and grow some vegetables. I mean, it's a whole love package. And we have some great partners that help put that together. So you can either do your COVID test on site and you'll actually get your results in 15 minutes, or you can take it home and it's the same administration as doing a blood sugar test. So if you don't want to do it on site, you don't have to. We're not trying to, get your data. This is just a way for you to have a COVID-19 test in the city of Compton. As I was sharing with you all, we were working really hard to get some more county resources and state resources in the city to address our high risk population, and we were able to partner with the private sector to make this happen. And this was actually funded through the partnership of Dr. Dre and Jimmy Iovine to make this happen. So a big thank you to them as well, and to Trap Heals and also the Originals Nation that are on the ground putting this particular event together. So they're kicking off with us in the city of Compton, and they'll be going to other communities around the Southland, spreading love and block parties. There'll be some live music there. So come out and spend a little bit of time with us, get your care package, and make sure that you are coronavirus free. Also, we have a really exciting partnership that we did a soft announcement, but I'll just share with you all now, and we will share the actual specific graphics and all the information that you all can start sharing by today. But the partnership is called With Love from Compton, and we were just blessed to partner with one of our Compton natives, reached out wanting to partner with us to be a blessing to the community. And so he and a couple others have teamed up to provide $1 million of cash to Compton residents that are in need. The actual application process will be anyone that lives in the 90220, 90221, or 90222, which we know is the CPT, those zip codes. And if you're on SNAP and you receive some form of government assistance, then you are qualified to apply. And the people will be selected at random. So this is not any other merit. They're just going to be selecting people that qualify. The great thing is this is a majority of the people on these particular programs. So most people will be covered through this partnership. And then there's also a small amount of funds set aside for people that may be a little bit over the income threshold. So we'll share all that information with you all, but this is Compton's own stimulus package. Many people were asking, how can Compton also get a care card, but this is our way of continuing to be a blessing to you all. And so we will definitely share that so that you can get it to the people that really need it the most. We'll be ever so grateful. And again, I just want to thank all the love, Compton love that made that happen. And that is all I have for you all on this great Wednesday. Again, if you all, I want to address, I saw this message come up. The fireworks are out of control and happening throughout the day and night. I would wholeheartedly agree. I think I've, lived in Compton for years, and I've never heard fireworks to this extent. But I've been speaking with people from other cities as well, and it's really up everywhere. I don't know if it's because we're on quarantine and this is the way that we're going to celebrate our independence, or what's happening. This is our way to party, but I just want to encourage people to please use safe fireworks. Fireworks are legal within the city of Compton during the 4th of July. So anything outside of the 4th of July is illegal, and we want you all to please stay safe. And if you all could please just have some concern and consideration for your neighbors. We have received notices at 3:30 in the morning from people who can't sleep because fireworks are out of control. So let's try to be mindful of one another, live together in peace and in love, and just take care of each other. So thank you all so very much for tuning in. And then also just want to remind you that our food bank is still active in partnership with the Compton Chamber of Commerce. You could pull up from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. You can drive through and receive free groceries, and it's very extensive. It's almost like going to the grocery store, everyone. They have all types of proteins. They have chicken, fish. They even had some vegan options that I saw. They have fresh organic produce. They have dairy, milk for the babies. They have yogurt. They have a lot of resources. So please feel free to access that food bank and the many others. And if you need more information on COVID resources, you always can visit comptoncity.org/COVID19.asp. That will take you directly to the Compton Coronavirus Resource Guide, and this has all the information, contact information for the larger food pantry and many others that are servicing the community, like Compton Gardens, Alma Backyard Farms. They have their giveaway this Sunday. So there are many great people doing great work, so feel free to access that and spread the word, spread the love. All right, everyone, thank you, and continue to have a blessed week. And if we can serve you, feel free to email our office, and we're here to help, and that's contactmayor@comptoncity.org. Take care. Thank y'all, team.
The delay is so weird. Like you're still talking on my screen.